Hi, I'm Emma Kramer, and thanks for tuning in to watch GUTV's first newscast of the 2009-2010 school year. For our first broadcast, we'll be reviewing the last week of sports for the Georgetown Hoyas and giving you a heads up on what's coming up next. A lot happened in the past week for the Hoya athletes. First, GUTV would like to congratulate the field hockey team on their first Big East win over Rutgers. This coming weekend, the field hockey team will travel to Syracuse to take on the Orange and Dartmouth University. It was a rough week for the rest of the Hoyas, as UConn got the best of both men and women's soccer and the women's volleyball team. Last Saturday, the Georgetown men's soccer team fell to UConn in an unlucky contest decided by one goal in the last 5 minutes of play. Although the Georgetown Hoyas controls the most of the game, they could not come back in the last 5 minutes. The women's soccer team suffered a similar fate, falling 2-1 to UConn, in a spirited contest ending unfortunately for the Hoyas. And lastly, UConn got the best of the women's volleyball team in a tough match ending with a 3-0 shutout for the Huskies. This coming week, come support the Hoyas as the Georgetown women's soccer team takes on Louisville at home at 3 p.m. on Friday. They're asking fans to please wear all of your Hoya blue attire. Also on Friday, the Georgetown's women's volleyball team will be playing Pittsburgh in McDonough Arena at 7 p.m. for the Dig Pink fundraiser supporting breast cancer. Lastly, on Saturday, the Georgetown men's soccer team will be playing Pittsburgh as well at home on North Kehoe Field at 1 p.m. We hope to see you there. I'm Emma Kramer. Thanks for tuning in to GUTV.
Pennsylvania this past Saturday to take on the Bucknell Bison, and the Hoyas were looking for their first win of the season. Just 7 minutes after kickoff, Georgetown got 3 points off a field goal. With 1 minute 30 left in the first quarter, the Hoyas jumped on a Bucknell fumble on the 20-yard line. But due to a false start and another penalty, the first quarter ended without a touchdown and Georgetown on the 10-yard line on third down. Bucknell's defense was able to turn the game back in their favor by getting the Hoyas to kick a field goal just 1 minute into the second quarter. No one would have expected that Georgetown wouldn't score again the rest of the game by the way they put 6 points on the board only 16 minutes into the game. The first half ended with a score of 6-0 and a Hoya lead, but that lead didn't last for long as the Bison scored a touchdown with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Despite losing their lead, the Hoyas were down just 1 point going into the fourth quarter, but a pair of Bucknell interceptions and a touchdown in between however, translated into a Bison victory and a fifth straight 2009 season loss for the Hoyas. The Bison improved their record to 3-2 and 1-0 in conference, and the Hoyas fell to 0-5 and 0-3 with a conference record. This coming weekend, the Hoyas travel to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, this time to take on the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Both teams are looking for their first win, and after 60 minutes of gameplay has passed, one team will still be without a W on the season. I'm Natalie Jones for GUTV.